Have you ever stepped into the world of WWE Smackdown? Here comes the pain? If so, let's reminisce. If not, get ready for a roller coaster of excitement. This game, a fine blend of finesse and fury, was released back in 2003. The reception? Nothing short of phenomenal. Fans were thrilled, critics were impressed. It was a game that truly encapsulated the essence of WWE. The masterminds behind this marvel? THQ and Ukes. This was their 5th collaboration, and it's safe to say they certainly hit the sweet spot this time. Their previous works were noteworthy, but with Smackdown, Here Comes the Pain, they took it to a whole new level. The game's success wasn't merely a stroke of luck, it was a product of meticulous planning, relentless hard work, and an unwavering commitment to delivering an unparalleled gaming experience. With that brief introduction, now it's time for a deep dive into the game. In the heart of WWE Smackdown, Here Comes the Pain, lies its gameplay, a crucial element that sets it apart. This is where the magic truly happens, where the raw energy of wrestling meets the precise control of gaming. The gameplay mechanics are thoughtfully designed, with a focus on delivering an immersive wrestling experience. The grappling system, for instance, is an absolute gem. It's fluid, intuitive, and packed with depth, allowing players to execute a wide range of moves with ease. Whether it's a simple headlock or a complex submission move, the grappling system handles it all with aplomb. Then we have the new match types, another addition that spices up the gameplay. From the high-octane action of the Elimination Chamber to the brutal intensity of the bra and panties match, each type brings its own unique flavor to the table. These match types not only diversify the gameplay, but also add an extra layer of strategy, keeping players on their toes. But the gameplay isn't just about the moves and matches, it's also about the realism, and that's where the damage system comes into play. This feature provides a realistic portrayal of the physical toll of wrestling, with characters showing visible signs of fatigue and injury as the match progresses. It's a small detail, but one that adds a significant amount of depth to the gameplay. In comparison to its predecessors, WWE Smackdown, Here Comes the Pain showcases significant improvements. The gameplay is smoother, the mechanics are more refined, and the overall experience is simply more enjoyable. It's clear that THQ and Ukes have put a lot of effort into perfecting the gameplay, and their efforts have certainly paid off. The gameplay is a perfect blend of realism and fun, making it a standout feature of the game. It's a testament to the developers' commitment to delivering a wrestling game that's not just entertaining, but also true to the spirit of the sport. And that, folks, is what makes WWE Smackdown. Here Comes the Pain, a game worth playing. Another feature that deserves our attention is the Season Mode. In the heart of WWE Smackdown, Here Comes the Pain lies the Season Mode, a narrative journey that is as unpredictable as it is gripping. It's a mode that doesn't just offer gameplay, it tells a story. And not just any story, but your story, intricately woven with the threads of triumph, defeat, alliances, betrayals, and of course the ever-present drama that is synonymous with WWE. Let's delve deeper into this mode. The Season Mode storyline is a riveting concoction of scripted narratives and spontaneous events. Each character has their own unique storyline, packed with personality and depth. Whether you're playing as the charismatic Eddie Guerrero or the iconic Undertaker, your character's development is the heart of the Season Mode. But the beauty of the Season Mode lies in its replayability. Each playthrough is a new journey, a fresh tale waiting to be told. The choices you make matter, shaping the course of your WWE career. The branching storylines offer the freedom to decide your character's fate, whether you're aiming for the WWE Championship or forging alliances with other wrestlers. The Season Mode doesn't just follow the beaten path of victory and defeat. It explores the gray areas, the friendships and rivalries, the alliances and betrayals, the moments of triumph and the heartbreaks of defeat. It's a wild ride, one that keeps you on your toes and guessing what's next. And let's not forget, the Season Mode also brings the thrill of WWE right to your fingertips. From the roar of the crowd to the smack of a steel chair, it's an experience that's as close to stepping into the ring as you can get without actually lacing up your boots. The Season Mode is not just a game mode, but an immersive WWE experience. It's a journey through the high-octane world of WWE, a world where you're not just a player, but a part of the story. So are you ready to write your own WWE saga? Because in the Season Mode, the ring is your canvas and you're the artist. A wrestling game is as good as its roster, and WWE Smackdown, Here Comes the Pain, doesn't disappoint. The game boasts an extensive roster that offers a great variety to the players. From the high-flying luchadores to the heavy-hitting powerhouses, the game has something for everyone. The roster includes the classics like The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and The Undertaker. You can also play as the rising stars of the time like John Cena, Brock Lesnar, and Randy Orton. The game also has a good number of legendary figures such as Hulk Hogan, Rowdy Roddy Piper, and the Iron Sheik. The diversity in the roster allows players to experience different wrestling styles. You can use the agile Rey Mysterio to perform high-flying moves, or choose the powerhouse Brock Lesnar to dominate your opponents with sheer strength. But let's talk about the elephant in the room, the missing wrestlers. Some notable names that were surprisingly absent from the roster include Ric Flair, the Dudley Boys, and Jeff Hardy. It's speculated that the reasons behind these omissions were largely due to licensing issues and the wrestler's status with the WWE at the time. For instance, Jeff Hardy had left WWE in mid-2023, which could explain his absence from the game. While the missing wrestlers might be a point of contention for some fans, it's important to remember the time the game was developed. Licensing agreements and contracts were different back then, and not every wrestler could be included. But let's not let a few missing names overshadow the overall quality of the roster. With over 60 playable characters, the game offers a vast and diverse array of options for the players. Whether you're a fan of the Attitude Era or the Ruthless Aggression Era, there's a high chance your favorite wrestler is in the game. Despite some missing names, the game's roster is vast and diverse, offering countless hours of fun. So step into the ring, pick your favorite wrestler, and get ready to lay the smackdown. With gameplay and roster covered, let's talk about another essential aspect of the game, its graphics. What really sets WWE SmackDown. Here comes the pain apart from its predecessors, and indeed many of its successors, is the attention to detail in the graphic design. The character models are intricately detailed, capturing the likeness of each wrestler with an uncanny accuracy. The developers have clearly poured hours into studying the physical attributes and mannerisms of each wrestler, from the way they move in the ring to their signature poses and expressions. It's this level of detail that brings the game to life and immerses you in the world of professional wrestling. As for the arenas, they too are meticulously designed. From the grandeur of WrestleMania to the intimacy of the smaller venues, each arena feels unique and authentic. The lighting effects, the crowd reactions, and even the way the ring ropes quiver when a wrestler hits them, it all adds to the realism and intensity of the experience. And let's not forget the overall visual appeal of the game. The color palette is vibrant and varied, reflecting the larger-than-life personalities of the wrestlers and the flamboyance of the WWE universe. The animations are smooth and fluid, making every punch, every slam, every high-flying move feel impactful. But how have these graphics aged over the years? Surprisingly well, I would say. Sure, the technology has advanced, and the graphics of today's games are more sophisticated. But there's a timeless quality to the graphics of WWE SmackDown. Here comes the pain. They might not be as polished or as photorealistic as the graphics in the latest WWE games, but they have character, they have style, and they have a certain charm that's hard to replicate. Even after all these years, WWE SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain still manages to impress with its graphics. With all these elements combined, WWE SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain is a game that left a mark on the wrestling genre. Let's quickly recap what we've covered today. This PlayStation 2 gem, with its immersive gameplay, allowed players to truly feel the thrill of the wrestling ring. It introduced a season mode that was leaps and bounds ahead of its time. It gave us a diverse roster of characters, though some notable wrestlers were conspicuous by their absence. However, the graphics were one of the game's standout features, providing an authentic wrestling experience. This game wasn't just about winning matches, it was about living the life of a wrestling superstar. It's a testament to the craftsmanship of THQ and Yuke's that the game continues to resonate with fans today. WWE SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain is a game that stands the test of time, a classic that every wrestling fan should experience.